I'm going to hit the body with my shield. Because too many people, as they're getting close, they start to detangle at this point, and that's when punches can come right in. So you want to make sure that your shield is tight all the way to the point of hitting them. A good game to play is literally moving around and just trying to hit them with your shield. You want to make sure that you don't put your nose over your toes too much. So maybe part of the game could be a snap down. So for example, if I do too much nose over toes, he can pull me down. All right? Could be a game to play. This hand is going to wrap around his body. This hand is going towards the tricep, and my forearm is kind of angled down. If he tries to punch me with this hand, I have a block. If he tries to hit me with the other hand, there's not a lot going on there. They're called rabbit punches. It can be very annoying, but it's not going to kill you. My head, if he was shorter, would be under his jawline, but he's taller, so this is fine for me right here. The other thing to consider is the uppercuts. He's going to probably try to throw the uppercut at this point. I want to close it and catch it. I can start to throw my own hammers, groin shots, headbutts. Far side grab headbutt. Right into the jawline. Rinse and repeat. Notice that my shoulder is also guarding my jawline. If my shoulder is guarding my jawline, I'll be safe. From this position, maybe he throws the uppercut. I'm going to close it. This is optimal. Right here. And now I can work him. He can get tired for a minute. Maybe he even spins out. That's a very common thing to have happen. And now from here, I'm doing my pub punches. Watch out for the elbows. Too linear of a shot. If they do this and you're finding it difficult to get in, this will happen sometimes, and it's a pain in the ass. The way around that is by pulling one down and snaking it through to get to your position. Moving inside this. Notice that my shoulder guards my jawline as I do it. So even if he decides to throw, say, a jab with an immediate hook with the same side, he's running into my shoulder, and it makes my life a little easier. I'm snaking it in. You'll notice that if I want to snake in without shielding, it can be done. I want to check this hand before I snake in. You can also use the metronome. So if he's throwing these straight strikes in, I can move my body as if I'm slipping to get into this position as well. Another thing to consider, make sure that you're grabbing the back of the tricep. The reason for that is he's going to be trying to yank and pull that sucker, and if I'm just guarding the bicep, he can pull it back, and now I've got to contend with that. Rather than giving him that availability, I'm just going to go ahead and hold here. The metronome movement, we've got the snake movement. Everything's going to start off of just moving into those strikes. Now, I can move with the metronome movement to get there, or I can snake. Snaking kind of requires a little bit of timing. I would rather get to the point where I'm really touching him with my shield before I start moving in. Remember, back of the tricep. If not, he's going to pull that sucker away. Now I've got to contend with something else. Once I hit, I'm going to rotate at the joint of the elbow. There's going to be a lot of pressure on certain people, especially the bigger they are. Keep my elbows in place, and I'm going to spider from there.
Sheesh.